recognize that person again, or write down their description or something like that. In case something happens later, or in case you see them again, or if you see the same person in the same place multiple days. I don't. There's got to be some way. And sometimes I think people who work with this just think it's obvious. It's maybe obvious to people who work with this every day, but for the rest of us who don't think about it at all, except when we're looking at your poster, we can't tell. So we really need some help. I think you could do a lot of good on that. So I look forward to seeing what you can do to help educate me about this anyway.
Hey, Adam, bring a chair in.
Okay, so no small problems, huh? Is everyone just trying to one up each other in this? Like, well, I'm working on the oxygen problem. We don't have enough oxygen on Earth.
It's the unleashing of these kids who have incredible potential. It's letting them now spend their hours doing things that their heart is just, I know there's more reasons why these guys are doing them. I mean, they have such incredible stories as to what brought them to this place. So, this is Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Why don't you give your little description so
description
I don't botch it up?
Of myself?
Yes.
I'm a graduate student at CSU, studying English education, and really interested in what's going on here. Like I told Monica, going into a secondary school setting, this is something that I would like to try to initiate and do. I came to your thing last night and listened to a little bit of it, and
were you in the corner with like a child or something?
That was me. I was in the corner.
It's your father?
I am a father.
Go fathers.
Yeah, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's me.
We're hoping to get him to be connected to the lab next year, student teaching first semester and hired on second semester.
She's like the Spider Queen. She just draws everybody into her web.
It's not a web.
She's trafficking in helpers.
It's a web.
Well, it is a web,
It's
yes.
a web of
Teacher
connection.
trafficking.
It is,
That's what you are.
But it's centered around you guys. I mean, you're the undergirding, really and truly. I mean, and listening and trying to notice things. It's noticing you guys that have all these. We talked about this yesterday. I mean, you guys really are the ones that are going to make the change happen.
Well, she drew me in. And the other thing, that's what Monica does. She makes these connections, these big connections with people, and makes them kind of want to help out, because any little success in this sort of thing rubs off on all of us. Look, if you're at all successful in this, I look good. I didn't do anything to help you, but I still look good, because I can say, oh, that innovation lab that everyone's talking about now was on the Today Show? Yeah, talk to them. That's probably why they're so successful. That's why we were able to shut down the child prostitution ring in Greece. And, yep, that's me. That's what happens. That's why people want to help. That's why all kinds of people who are very busy, highly paid people who won't give most people the time of day, will give you guys the time of day a big time. But this is a power that you have, actually, and it's a power that has to do partly at this moment with your youth, partly with your idealism, partly with the grandness of your ideas, the outrageous grandness of your ideas. I mean, think no small dreams, I think, at this point. Later on, you can set your sights more practically. Now is not the time for that. Now is the time in your life where you want to really just shoot for the moon, because that attracts the kind of help that you need to you. If you're 35 and you're shooting for the moon, then people go, she's crazy. It's a lot harder. So Monica, it's harder for her, because people look at her and go like, what? You
50
can't do that.
and shooting for the moon.
Oh, you're
It's
50?
really
You're
like
50?
crazy.
Okay. So but when you're young, people go, okay, I'll help out a little bit. Oh, it's impossible. What she wants to do is impossible, but I'll help out a little bit. And then what? Pretty soon you have 100 people helping you, and you're a CNN hero or something like that, and you've got $1 million of funding that's come in from the Gates Foundation, and you can really start to do some serious good. So now is the time to be thinking that way, and it draws all kinds of people like me, people like you, all kinds of folks that's will, if you have a little bit of success on some little scale that you can talk about, then that turns into 10 times the success or 10 times the support, which turns into more, and it snowballs like amazing.
And it's as simple as what you just said, talking about it. I mean, we have to have something to show people. You know, writing it, documenting it is great, but even talking about it, videoing little videos that
You got to show
circle
that you're
around.
doing something.
Exactly.
You got to show that you're investing a lot of work. It's very much like Stone Soup. I mean, you know that story of the Stone
Love that
Soup.
story.
That Stone Soup. That's really how technical, productive life really works. It is the guys who started Google, the people who started eBay, the people who started Microsoft, they all were doing a Stone Soup kind of thing. Somebody has a vision, and they start, and then they have a stone. They don't have the potatoes, but then they attract to them the people who have the potatoes, and then it becomes this soup. Even though the person who originally started it could not have done it themselves, but it wouldn't have happened had they not been that seed. Another useful metaphor, if you've ever heard of this, is supercooled water. Do you know about supercooled water? You can take very, very pure water, and you can cool it down to 40 below zero, and it won't freeze. If it's very, very pure, it won't freeze. But if you because in order to freeze, water needs a little bit of impurity, a little smote of dust, a little mote. And sometimes a sharp shock can do it too. And I saw a video the other day of someone who had supercooled some water in this chamber, and it was just water in a bottle like this, and he smacked it really hard on the bottom, and the whole thing just went zzzz, and it was ice. Just a moment was ice. And really that's a physical thing that is socially very important to understand, because socially you can have a lot of people who want to do something. They want to do something, but they don't know what to do. But they have this guilt or this feeling like, there's got to be something I can do. And you can give them just some little thing that they can do. And suddenly that very rapidly spreads because of Twitter, because of Facebook. It can just explosively spread. And almost overnight, you can have an army of people who are doing things for you that you didn't have the night before. That's really exciting to try to tap into those